Hello, welcome back. Today is day 3 of the journal page a day. Remember today's page has holes in because of yesterday. I want to try something quite simple. I'd sprouted some beans for my kids just in cotton wool, and I taped it up on the window in front of my kettle, and I liked seeing this life every day. So this is a picture of today before we planting it out. I took the picture. This is a flower packet. This and sugar packets give a very nice brown paper. So I'm going to try a gel medium transfer. I've never done it onto this, and if it doesn't work, we've got a spare to do something else. When you do a transfer using gel medium, this is just the dollar cheap gel medium, you're supposed to mirror the image, but this image doesn't really, I didn't, but the nature of the image wouldn't make it upside down. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut, because otherwise to get rid of all the background is quite a job. You'll see now what I mean. And then we can stick down the image. I've done a very rough fussy cut of the image, and now I just want to decide. I think I'm going to stick it in the corner so that the black almost acts as roots visually, or soil visually. And then you just coat it with the background with gel medium. You put that on, you roll it flat, and then you start spritzing and rubbing to get the background off. So that's the process, not too bad. So I put gel medium on the picture side of the picture, on the backing, and I coated it, and then I did my normal wipe and brayer to take off the excess. It now looks like that. It's wet, but even if you pull over it, you'll see, without even doing anything yet, the backing papers start coming off. So what's happening is the gel medium has hopefully caught the ink and the things on the image, and then you can go from there. Give it a bit of time just to settle, to make sure that everything transfers, and then we can start. What you need handy is a little spray bottle for water. It can be a cleaning liquid bottle or whatever that you don't use anymore, a hairspray bottle, anything like that. While we are waiting, I'm going to turn my attention to the background. I don't want to keep it too busy, but what I want to do is I'm going to try a jelly plate pull. I have had very mixed results with my jelly printing plate. Mostly, I think, because I tried it in summer and it actually just dried out too much. So I'm going to see to put some greens on and do a pull. It's not as big as the plate, as the page, so I'm not going to go into jelly printing today. Lots of YouTube videos with lots of experts and people much better than I am, but let's see how it goes. And that's the result of my pulls. I wanted it to look sort of like a meadow, grass meadow, so that's obviously where the plate didn't cover, so that was the main pull. I like it. It's green and a bit of white and some grassy type things. So I think for me, for a background, I'm happy with it. It's not high tech jelly printing by any means. So let's carry on with the image transfer. That can dry so long. So we're here now. So what you need to do is have your spray bottle and spritz it. Don't soak it. Spritz it. And then you'll see it changes some of the background. My hands are now dirty from the jelly print. And then rub over it with your finger. if you feel little, fragments, little wool, woolies, if that comes off, then the paper's wet enough. If it doesn't, spritz some more, and it's a very soft, glidey rub. You're trying, there we go. You're trying to remove the very back of the paper so that the image stays. So if you rub too hard, you're definitely going to rub off your image. And if you rub in one spot for too long, you're also going to rub off your image. So it's going to look as if you printed or transferred or ghost imaged almost your picture onto here. So that's starting to go. It's a long process. Don't be impatient, because if you are impatient, there already I've gone through to the backing. So spritz, rub, spritz, rub, spritz, rub. Softly, slowly, patiently. It is a slow process. You do need to be patient. Sometimes you realize that your gel medium was actually, for whatever reason, not sufficient. Or in this case, with me, the original picture was white. So I've been rubbing, thinking I'm rubbing off paper, but actually I was rubbing off the image. And then sometimes you think you're done, and then a little bit of white appears. So just carry on. But look, there, it's too much. For me, for art journaling, it's okay. It's the idea, but it's if you're doing it to properly transfer the image, be careful, be patient. You will get better at it. Under no circumstances be tempted to use your nail, because it will go straight through. So, I mean, that's okay. As it dries, sometimes some more tiny fluffies appear. But if you're just going for an idea or a view like I am, then just call it quits when you think you've got the look. I've now trimmed, I just tore the excess. So this is clearly life and growing, and with the background, I think that works actually. So now I'm going to see what I can do with some stamping or some stenciling maybe. I've taken out some just green inks, and I'm stamping some. Oh, actually I need to stick this down, duh. So I'm just stamping some leaves and vines, if you want to call it that. It's all in the same color, so it's really just amplifying what's already there. I'm also triple stamping some of them so that the intensity of the stamping is not the same. And then just layering with another color. The light green doesn't show up so much, but definitely it is there. Okay, so you can see all the colors there. This thing, it's okay, it's not great, I must say. My image transfer, I think in retrospect the page would have maybe been cleaner with just the actual image, but I think I'm going to do some words now. I've got this big sheet of laser cut paper. I think the white side's maybe the right side, but I quite like the color. So I think I'm just going to cut out one of these bits that it grows out of there for some texture. I think that's my problem. The page is a bit flat. I've now stamped some copper flowers over. I like the layering, the meadow effect. It's not great, but it is there now. I think I need some black to sort of ground it. I've got these big stamps. I mean, they are no ruler handy, but I mean they fill the page. So let's add some stuff. Yeah, I don't think more than that. Okay, now I've got this word, but I was hoping maybe resilient, something like that. And I still need to do the date. To be honest, so far this is my least liked page. Certain elements of it I like, certain elements I don't like. I think the whole page could have done without that. I've just covered it with some more stamping. And now it definitely needs a word. In fact, I think it needs a word on masking tape. When you buy masking tape, this is the normal one. You also get this one. Look at the change in the difference in color. This one is difficult to work with. This one almost has a texture. This is a very nice, it's a hardware tape, it's really nice. I've stuck it down. It's not the most solid, so you can still see what's happening behind it, even though I'm happier that the whole thing that I wasted my time on is a little bit more hidden. But I mean, that's what happens. Sometimes you just actually get it wrong. I've got It's Believe and Hope, which I'm going to stamp. I just need to position them that they actually believe is probably enough. And I'm going to emboss it, because otherwise it'll get lost. This, by the way, is a really nice, I got it from Crafty King. Thanks, Linda, for recommending it. And it's quite a wet, like a thick. So you'll see when I eventually embossed, the flowers were still wet enough to take embossing paste too. I'm just going to do a couple of flowers over, and whatever embossing paste, not embossing paste, whatever embossing powder they still take will be fine. Even some of my leaves stayed embossed. The Versifine Clear also stays wet for long, so that's also good embossing ink for those of you looking. So yeah, this goes to show sometimes you set out to do something and it changes. That's also alright. Sometimes you make a lot of mistakes, and again, also alright. I still need the date. Yeah. I may run out of video time soon, so thanks for watching. I'm going to continue until I'm done, but we need my normal. Do you know, my desk is actually such an atrocious thing because I'm working every day and I'm not actually cleaning every day. I'm just stamping the little the thing that goes through, I guess. So that's that. Glue that quickly. Do you know what I need in my life is Prit, but my kids also need it in their lives, so I can never find it. That's that. And then I need a date. That's done. I just hid. It's not as obvious as the other pages, as is the date. So there you go, lesson learned. If you don't like something, fix it. Don't continue with what your eye tells you is wrong. And also don't give up hope when you do something wrong, because sometimes things don't work. That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.